Good morning. So, in this lecture, we will see the introduction. We will see the MIMO wireless communication. So, um, in radio, multiple MIMO means what? Multiple input, multiple output. So, in radio, the multiple input, multiple output, or MIMO, it is a method for multiplying the capacity of radio link using a multiple transmission and receiving the antenna to exploit. So MIMO has become an essential element of wireless communication standard, including IEEE 802.11. So at one time in wireless, the term MIMO, that is multiple input, multiple output, referred to the use of multiple antennas at the transmitter and at the receiver. In modem usage, this term specifically refer to the practical technique for sending and receiving more than one data signal simultaneously over the same radio channel by exploiting a multipath propagation. Although this multipath phenomenon may be interesting, it's the use of orthogonal frequency division multiplexing to encode the channels that's responsible for the increase in data capacity. So MIMO is fundamentally different from a smart antenna technique, which is developed to enhance the performance of a single data signal, such as beamforming and diversity. Then it is often traced back to 1970s, that is MIMO is often traced back to 1970s research paper connecting the multi-channel digital transmission system and interference between the wire pairs in a cable bundle. So the The use of multiple antennas at the transmitter and receiver in wireless system, popularly known as a multiple input, multiple output technology, and it has rapidly gained in the popularity over the past decade due to its powerful performance, which enhancing the capabilities. So the communication in wireless channel is impaired predominantly by a multipath fading. The multipath is the arrival of the transmitted signal at an intended receiver through different angles and or differing time delays or different frequency, which shifts due to a scattering of electromagnetic wave in the environment. Consequently, the received signal power fluctuates in a space and or frequency due to the delay spread or due to the or time due to the Doppler spread through a random superposition of impinging multipath component, and this random fluctuation in signal level is known as fading. Okay, fading means what? The random fluctuation in signal level is known as fading, which can severely affect the quality and reliability of wireless communication. Additionally, The constraints posed by a limited power and scarce frequency bandwidth make the task of designing high data rate, high reliability wireless communication system extremely challenging. So the MIMO technology constitute a breakthrough in wireless communication system design. The technology offer a number of benefits which help meet the challenges posed by both the impairments in the wireless channel as well as a resource constraints. So in addition to the time and frequency dimension that are exploited in conventional signal antenna, so single input single output wireless system, and the leverages of MIMO are realized by exploiting the spatial dimension which is provided by the multiple antennas at the transmitter and the receiver. The system which is utilizing the multiple transmit and multiple receive antennas are commonly known as multiple input multiple output system which utilize multiple transmit and multiple receive antennas are commonly known as multiple input multiple output system, and these wireless networking This wireless networking technology greatly improves both the range and the capacity of a wireless communication system. So MIMO system poses a new challenge for a digital signal processing, which is given that the processing algorithms are becoming more complex with the multiple antennas at both the end of communication channel. So overview of MIMO system can be, for example, MIMO system constructively explore the multi-path propagation using a different transmission path to the receiver, and these paths can be exploited to provide the redundancy of transmitted data, which improves the reliability of the transmission, that is the diversity gain, or increasing the number of simultaneously transmitted data stream and increasing the data rate of the system. So the multiple spatial signatures can also be used for combining the interference in the system, that is the interference reduction. As there is an increase in capacity means capability of the faster communication, and this unmatched the capacity improvement over a regular one antenna system, which has fueled a huge interest in MIMO technique and thus leading to the development of many forms of MIMO system. So the traditional wireless communication system with one transmit and one receive antenna are denoted as a single input, single output. The traditional wireless communication system with one transmit and one receive antenna are denoted as a single input single output system, whereas the system with one transmit and multiple receive antenna are denoted as a single input multiple output system, and a system with multiple transmit and one receive antenna means multiple input single output system. So conventional smart antenna system have only one transmit side, only a transmit side or a receive side which is equipped with a multiple antennas, so they fall into one of the last two categories. So usually the base station has an antenna array as there is enough space, and since it is cheaper to install since it is cheaper to install the multiple antennas at the base station than to install them in every mobile station. So only a system with multiple antenna at both the end can be classified as MIMO system. Although it may sometimes be noted that the single input multiple output or multiple input single output system, these are referred as MIMO, that is multiple input multiple output system. So in the terminology of smart antennas, the SIMO and MISO, these two systems are called as the antenna array. Now what is the capacity of MIMO system? So from the mathematical point of view, the MIMO communication is performed through a matrix and not just a vector channel. So it is possible to transmit a multiple parallel signal stream simultaneously in the same frequency band, and it increases the spectral efficiency. So the data stream is encoded with a vector encoder and transmitted concurrently by M transmitter. So the MIMO radio channel introduces a distortion to the signal, and the receiver has N antennas. So each antenna receives the signal from all M transmit antenna, and consequently the received signal exhibit inter-channel interference. The received signal are down converted to the baseband and sampled once per symbol interval. The MIMO processing until estimate the transmitted data stream from the sampled base band signal, and the vector decoder is a parallel to serial converter which combine the parallel input data stream to one output data stream. So in a system with M transmit and N receive antenna, there exists N sub-channel between the transmitter and the receiver. The information theoretic bound on the spectral efficiency is a function of total transmit power and the channel phenomenology. So in implementing MIMO system, we must decide whether the channel estimation information will be fed back to the transmitter so that transmitter can adapt. So most MIMO communication research has focused on the system without feedback. MIMO system with an uninformed transmitter without feedback is simpler to implement, and at high SNR its spectral efficiency bound approaches that of an informed transmitter with feedback. So one of the environmental issue with which a communication system must contend is interference, either unintentional or intentional. So because of the MIMO system use antenna array, the localized interference can be mitigated naturally. So the benefit which extend beyond those achieved by a single input multiple output system, that is a single transmitter and multiple antenna receiver, because the transmit diversity nearly guarantees that nulling and interfere cannot unintentionally null a large fraction of the transmit signal energy. Now, what is the importance of MIMO for the users? The third generation partnership project, that is 3GP, added the MIMO with release 8 of the mobile broadband standard. This technology is used for the Wi-Fi network and cellular 4G, that is fourth generation long-term evolution, that is LTE, and fifth generation, that is 5G technology in wide range of market, which includes the law enforcement, broadcast TV production, and government. It also can be used in the wireless local area network, that is WLAN. It is supported by all the wireless product. So the MIMO is often used for the high bandwidth communication, where it's important to not have interference from microwave or RF system. For example, its frequency used by the Wi-Fi first responder who can't always rely on a cell network during a disaster or a power outage, or when a cell network is overloaded. Now, what is LTE application of MIMO? The MIMO is one of the most common form of wireless, and it played a key role in the deployment of LTE and the wireless broadband technology. The standard worldwide interoperability for a microwave access. The LTE uses the MIMO and orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, that is OFDM, to increase the speed up to 100 megabits per second and beyond, and these rates are double what was offered in previous 802.11 Wi-Fi. So LTE uses MIMO for transmit the diversity spatial multiplexing, that is to transmit spatially separated independent channel and a single user and multi-user system. So MIMO in LTE enables a more reliable transmission of data while also increasing the data rate. It separates the data into individual streams before transmission. During transmission, the data and reference signals travel through the air to a receiver which will already be familiar with this signal, which helps the receiver with channel estimation. Then the next is MIMO and 5G massive system. So MIMO MIMO continues to upgrade and grow through its use in massive new application as the wireless industry works to accommodate a more antennas, network and device. So one of the most prominent example of this is the rollout of 5G technology, and this massive 5G MIMO system use a numerous small antenna to boost a bandwidth to user, not just transmission rate as with the third generation, that is 3G and 4G cellular technology, and support more user per antenna. So unlike 4G MIMO, which uses a frequency division duplex system for supporting a multiple device, 5G massive MIMO uses a different setup which is called as time division duplex, that is TDD, and this offers a numerous advantage over the FDD. Now the next point is MIMO and beamforming. So beamforming is an RF management technique which maximizes the signal power at the receiver by focusing the broadcast data to a specific user instead of a large area. So with 5G, the three-dimensional 3D beamforming forms and directs a vertical and horizontal beam at the user, and it can reach a device even if they are at the top of high rise, for example, and the beam prevent interference with other wireless signal and stay with a user as they move throughout a given area. Then there are two primary types of MIMO, that is a single user and a multi-user. In single user MIMO system, the data stream can only interact with one device on the network at a time, and the multi-user MIMO system therefore outperform a single user MIMO. Issue arises with single user MIMO when many users attempt to use a network simultaneously. If one person is uploading a video and another is conferencing, then the data stream will choke, so which causes the latency or the delay to skyrocket. So on the other end of the spectrum, the multi-user MIMO has the advantage of being able to stream a multiple data set to multiple devices at a time. There are various possible configurations for this MIMO system, with 2x2, 4x4 or 6x6 and 8x8 being the most common. So 5G massive system manipulate this configuration to enable extensive network capacity. Then there are some MIMO primary advantages. So in its various configuration, The MIMO has a number of advantages over MISO and SIMO advanced antenna technologies. The MIMO enables a stronger signal. It bounces and reflects the signal, so a user device doesn't need to be in a clear line of sight. The video and other large scale content can travel over a network in large quantities, and this content travels more quickly because MIMO supports a greater throughput. Many data stream improves a visual and auditory quality, and they also decrease the chance of loss of data packet. Now the next point is how this massive MIMO system are influencing the future. So the MIMO is primary tool for advancing all the aspects of wireless communication, and it plays a substantial role in 5G technology and in influencing how users interact with these technologies daily. So these influences include the one is the high network capacities, next is the more coverage, then better user experience. Now in high network capacities, the data travel to more user through the deployment of the 5G new radio. The multi-user MIMO and 5G now enables a more user to access the data at the same frequency and the time rate. Then the more coverage means here the user can soon expect a high speed data wherever they are, even at the edge of service areas. So using 3D beamforming, the coverage adapts to the user's movement and location, and the better user experience. Watch videos and uploading the content is easier and faster. So massive MIMO and 5G technology transform the UX. So this is how massive MIMO system are influencing the future. It is basically subdivided into three main categories: pre-coding, spatial multiplexing, and diversity coding. So the applications of these are the 3G, that is the third generation CDMA and UMTS. It allows for implementing a space-time transmit diversity scheme in combination with a transmit beamforming at a base station. Then fourth generation, that is 4G LTE and LTE advanced, define a very advanced air interfaces extensively relying on MIMO technique. The LTE primarily focused on a single link MIMO relying on the spatial multiplexing and space-time coding, while LTE advanced further extend the design to a multi-user MIMO. So in wireless local area network, the IEEE 802.11n, the MIMO technology is implemented in the standard using these a different technique, that is antenna selection, space-time coding, and possibly beamforming. Then spatial multiplexing technique, it makes the use the spatial multiplexing technique It makes the receiver very complex, and therefore they are typically combined with orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, that is OFDM, or with OFDM-A, that is orthogonal frequency division multiple access modulation, where the problems created by a multipath channel are handled efficiently. So IEEE 802.16e standard, this incorporates the MIMO OFDM-A. It also planned to be used in mobile radio telephone standard such as recent 3GPP. In that the high speed packet access plus and long term evolution, that is LTE. This standard take MIMO into account. The MIMO wireless communication architecture and processing technique can be applied to a sensing problem, and this is studied in a subdiscipline which is called as MIMO radar. So this technology can be used in non-wireless communication system also. One example of this is the home networking standard, which define the power line communication system, which uses the MIMO technique to transmit the multiple signal over a multiple AC wires. So this is all about the MIMO.